VLA Cup for the first time ever. Men's professional volleyball live on ESPN Plus from Angola, Indiana at the end of a massive three-day tournament. It has all come down to 4 teams left to play for the title today. This one, an all-Midwestern matchup between the Chicago Icemen and the Milwaukee Dive. And the storylines just pretty much write themselves about this one. We'll get into these teams' familiarity, their history with one another throughout this match as it goes on. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. My name is Rob St. Clair. Thanks very much for joining us live on this historic broadcast for the Volleyball League of America, the 2022 VLA Cup semifinals. So much great volleyball has already gone on this weekend, and today it will just be the icing on the cake. The level already has been just ridiculously high, and one of these two Midwestern teams will find their place in the finals later today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The Chicago Icemen, the reigning Tier 1 champions of the Volleyball League of America, actually 2-time reigning Tier 1 champions since the league was founded in 2020, have won both the regular seasons that they've played in. But it was in this tournament, the VLA Cup last year, where their run ended in the semifinals. They're looking to get past this point this time. Some information about the Chicago Icemen, one of the founding 5 franchises of the Volleyball League of America. Been playing in Tier 1 since the league's inception in 2020. Their record on the year, 12-4, including this tournament, good for first place in the Tier 1 Central Division. And as for the Icemen's tournament, they've actually played the least number of possible matches to get to this point. 3-0 win over Micah Volleyball Club for Michigan, 3-1 win over the SoCal Rising Tide on Friday, then a 3-0 win over the Phoenix Ascension yesterday to reach the semifinals. A huge advantage in this tournament to win your pool. So much less matches that you have to play at that point to get to this point. And exhaustion and roster management, fatigue, all part of the learning curve of winning a VLA Cup Series tournament, as both of these teams have learned throughout this year. Their opponents, the Milwaukee Dive, a Tier 2 team founded this year. Founder Chandler North and Tyler Wills both played for the Chicago Icemen championship team last year before spinning off and forming their own Milwaukee-based team. Have already reached this point, which is just a ridiculous achievement for a team this young. They're 9-4 on the year, good for first place in the Tier 2 Central Division. Their tournament so far looks like this, almost perfect, essentially perfect. Very few drop sets, beating the New York Pride, San Francisco Sport Connects. Crazy match in 5 against Chicago's Swede on Friday. And only one match yesterday, a sweep of Tier 1's New York Legion. Just about ready to meet the teams, but first, to go over a couple rules of the Volleyball League of America. For those of you who is your first time watching volleyball or watching volleyball at this particular level, best 3 out of 5 set matches to 25 points. You must win by 2. If we get to a 5th tie-breaking set, that'll be played only to 15. Each team gets 2 timeouts per set, but additionally we'll have a technical timeout or a TV timeout every set when the first team reaches 15. 6 substitutions only, international rules on that. High ceilings here in the Ball Sports Academy, so the ceiling is out of bounds. And as for overhead setting a teammate, a double contact is not going to end the rally. That'll be new to a lot of volleyball fans, and we'll talk about that as the broadcast goes on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2022 VLA Cup semifinals. The Milwaukee Dive against the Chicago Icemen. First, the starting lineups for the Chicago Icemen in black and light blue. A 6'1" setter from Ohio State University, number 5, Sunil Thomas. A 6'2" outside hitter from Carthage College, number 88, Will Kraft. A 6'3" outside hitter from Carthage College, number 6, Matt Slavinsky. A 6'9" opposite from Carthage College, number 13, Griffin Shields. A 6'7" middle blocker from Purdue University, number 16, Dave Hancock. A 6'9" middle blocker from Boston College, number 18, Brandon Poindexter. And a 5'11" libero from Quincy University, number 3, Colin Merck. Chicago's managed by Tim Faulkner. And for the Milwaukee Dive in white and blue, a 6'2" setter from McKendree University, number 7, Ian Zalewski. A 6'6" outside hitter from Clark University, number 9, Tyler Wills. A 6'1" outside hitter from Marquette University, number 10, Chandler North. A 6'5" opposite from Grand Canyon University, number 11, Luke Turner. A 6'6" middle blocker from the University of Wisconsin Oshkosh, number 13, Tyler Range. A 6'6" middle blocker from McKendree University, number 16, Wyatt Patterson. And a 5'10" libero from the University of Wisconsin, number 2, Patrick Beeser. Milwaukee is managed by Chandler North. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is just about game time for the 3rd time this year, but never on a bigger stage than this. It's Chicago versus Milwaukee. The reigning Tier 1 champions in Chicago against the Tier 2 upstarts, including some of the founding members from last year's Icemen Championship squad, the Milwaukee Dive out of VLA Tier 2. Best 3 out of 5 set match here in Northeast Indiana to advance to this afternoon's VLA Cup Finals. Just cannot wait to dig into this matchup. Icemen's starting lineup going with the Carthage Trio. Recent national champion in Division III, Matt Slavinsky, just graduated from Carthage College and suiting up in his first VLA tournament this weekend alongside his grad assistant at Carthage and fellow Carthage alum Will Kraft on the outside. Griffin Shields, the big man on the right out of Carthage as well. Brandon Poindexter and Dave Hancock will be the middle blockers, one of the best duos in the entire league. And if you haven't seen Sunil Thomas set the Icemen offense just yet, you are in for a treat. Number 5 in black out of Ohio State. He's just a wizard of an offensive genius. The Milwaukee Dive, no joke themselves, just a tremendously fun team to watch. Really influenced by the grass and outdoor volleyball community in Milwaukee and greater Wisconsin. Tremendous defenders. They touch every ball. Libero Patrick Beeser, a huge part of that, along with the engines of their offense, outside hitters Tyler Wills and Chandler North. And Ian Zalewski, number 23 there in white, sets a pretty good offense himself. I'm really interested to see the battle in the middle here. I would think that the Icemen have a bit of an advantage with Dave Hancock and Brandon Poindexter against Wyatt Patterson and Tyler Range. We'll see how much Sunil Thomas wants to run his offense through that area. And of course, as all volleyball matches do, it'll come down to serving and passing. It looks to me like Chicago on the near side of your screen in black will be the first to serve, with Sunil Thomas, an absolute lethal weapon from the line. First serve, a historic first serve, Volleyball League of America action live on ESPN+. Thomas for the Icemen to get us underway. And he misses that jump spin serve long. Milwaukee on the board first. Serve and serve receive, the name of the game at this high of a level of volleyball, and you've got to take some chances. You've got to serve tough to keep the opponent offense uncomfortable. Here's Tyler Wills. Pass high into the rafters by Slavinsky. Kraft on the right side slowed down. Immediate transition chance, but North is stuffed straight down. And the former Iceman, Chandler North, rejected by his former team. Of likely many for Chicago, one of their great strengths as a blocking team. One apiece, Will Kraft, number 88 in black, with a lot of options from the service line. He's got a jump spinner, he's got a hybrid. This will be the jump spinner. Easy dig down the line for Merck. Transition chance. Good block touch by North against the one-on-one. And that ball tapped to the back line. Tyler Range in transition. That was a really good block touch by Chandler North on Milwaukee's left side. Just about every time you see Griffin Shields with a one-on-one, that ball's straight to the floor. part of that grass volleyball influence that we're already seeing from the Milwaukee Dive. Some of those aggressive late block moves and one-on-one situations really influenced from the grass. That was a huge one there. Hancock slowed down by Patterson. Will's able to run it down. Hittable ball for North. Slavinsky, quick in transition, rolled, kept alive by North again. Good rally developing here. Shields out of system on the right side. Deep cross court and puts it away. Off Saluski and out of bounds. And Griffin Shields on that right wing for Chicago might be their most important player if they're going to get this championship done today. Just got to be able to score efficiently in out-of-system situations against 2 and 3 blockers, and that is a beauty right there. Deep cross court for number 13 in black. Here's Dave Hancock, one of the Chicago middle blockers, keeping the ball in play with the float serve. And not just keeping it in play, but the first ace serve of the match. Dave Hancock forces the shank pass. Interesting tactical choice there, service-wise, from Chicago. Hancock, who just returned from playing professionally in the Czech Republic within the last couple of weeks, is a pretty gnarly jump spin server. But a change in strategy really pays off there for Chicago. Big block from Poindexter. Can Bieser run this down? Yes, he can. Free ball here for Chicago. Shields is stuffed straight down by North. Deflected off of Shields on its way out of bounds. What a hustle play. Patrick Bieser, number 2 in dark blue and gold for Milwaukee, running that ball down by the back wall, and it turns into a point. I thought for sure that Poindexter block was going to be good enough to score. Heck of a hustle play there. And we're tied up at 3 apiece. Easy serve there from Luke Turner, the opposite. Poindexter crushed straight down. Absolute no-doubter from number 18 in black. The middle blocker out of Boston College, relocated to Chicago several years ago, and has been a huge part of the Chicago volleyball community ever since. So big, so physical, and a huge energy guy for this Icemen team. Here's Griffin Shields. North slowed down by Thomas. Pretty good transition chance here. Slavinsky absolutely hammered 4-4. Wow, what a cross-court rip. Matt Slavinsky, check this out on the replay. I wonder if this is inside 3 meters. Oh, sure looks like it. No chance for Patrick Bieser there. Beautiful block touch and transition set there by Sunil Thomas. Chicago takes a 2-point lead. Shields again. Good serve. Turner able to run this down. This will be a free ball at best. Merck, Thomas, Kraft out of the back row. What a beautiful piece of offense from Chicago, and if you're not awake on a Sunday morning, you are now. Watch this. What a beautiful run. Totally fools the middle blocker, Patterson, and on his way down, Kraft comes flying in from behind the 10-foot line. 6-3 Chicago. Zaluski to Turner is stuffed straight down. Oh my goodness, Matt Slavinsky has come to play in his first VLA action. All the momentum here early on the Chicago side. Matt Slavinsky out of Carthage, a southeastern Wisconsin kid with some violence against perhaps his hometown team. But growing up in Chicago, suiting up for the Icemen. Timeout Milwaukee here early on. What a start for the defending Tier 1 champions. Already really impressed by Chicago's first ball side out offense, and that is all Sunil Thomas. The quarterback, the engine of that offense as the setter, just so dynamic and already getting all of his pieces involved. Check out this run from Slavinsky again, just really having an impact on this match early on. Exactly the type of offensive diversity we're talking about from Sunil Thomas, and that is a gigantic press from Matt Slavinsky. Can't get enough of watching big stuff blocks like that. This is your first time watching high-level men's volleyball, and as far as ESPN Plus goes, it very well may be. This is exactly what we're talking about, the physical aspect of this game, the speed, the size of the athletes. It's just unmatched. It's amazing to present it in this format. 7-3 Chicago out of the timeout. Excellent start. That ball barely kept alive. North can't quite rescue it. Effectively an ace serve there for Griffin Shields. Already the second of the match, if we'll count that in the stat sheet for the Chicago Icemen. 8-3. And this Milwaukee Dive team who's really ready for this moment, I assure you. Looks to be a little bit rattled by this early Chicago pressure. North explodes through a seam in the block, and a much-needed first ball side out for Milwaukee, exploiting a little bit of space there between Poindexter and Thomas. And as good of an athlete and as a blocker as Sunil Thomas is for Chicago, at only 6'1", that might be a matchup that Milwaukee wants to take advantage of, especially now that Tyler Wills at 6'6" with extremely high reach is in the front court. He might be able to go straight over the top of him. Here's Chandler North, who founded this Milwaukee dive team. Really good pass there from Slavinsky. Quick tempo ball to the outside. Oh my goodness, Matt Slavinsky, what an impact this kid is already having on this tournament. Watch this, just ridiculously dynamic. And a back-to-back national champion in Division III at Carthage College these last 2 years. Don't ever sleep on Division III NCAA men's volleyball. They produce athletes like this who are legitimate pros immediately out of college. Ace serve right on cue. I mean, what more is there to say? This start for Chicago just totally speaks for itself. They have taken a chokehold of the momentum earlier in this match. Milwaukee has got to figure out a way to slow down this service pressure. Oh, brilliant pass there by North. Turner out of the back row. Roofed by Kraft one-on-one. Unbelievable. Everything going Chicago's way right now, and we could make a highlight reel out of these first 15 points, no problem. Milwaukee already used a timeout. We'll have a technical timeout when the first team reaches 15. But I don't know what Milwaukee can do right now to slow down this onslaught. Good pass there from North off the tape. First look at Tyler Wills, and a brilliant, smart shot there for number 9 in white. Tyler Wills, the former NAIA All-American out of Clark University. Former Chicago Icemen, like I mentioned, won a championship with the Chicago team last year. Just an outstanding all-around player. World-class offensive attacking vision, and maybe the most underrated player in this entire league. Overpass here, great opportunity for Milwaukee, but given right back to Chicago. Poindexter blocked but covered. That's pretty much a free ball. Where does Thomas go here? Kraft, high flat cross court, looking for the touch, and he's not gonna get it. So an attacking error there from Chicago off a pretty good opportunity. Maybe that's the break that Milwaukee needs. Wyatt Patterson, the middle blocker out of McKendree. Number 16 in white serving for Milwaukee, going with the jump spinner. And well watched, no problem there. Libero Colin Merck, number 3 in white for Chicago. Just ducks a little bit to the floor, knows that one's well out of bounds. And that sends big Brandon Poindexter back to the line. And I got to tell you guys, his serving game has really improved in the last year or so. It won't look like all that much, just a jump float serve. See, right on cue. Look at that. Brandon Poindexter with the nasty knuckling float serve. And to ace Tyler Wills in that fashion is a heck of an achievement. That ball moving like a knuckleball. I hope you can get a good view at it from the baseline camera. The way that thing doesn't spin at all, it just knuckles from side to side. That could be especially nasty. Another really tough pass there from North. And Turner tried to chop one off cross court inside the block, and that's not going to find its way over the tape. Interesting exploitation of the matchup here. Early on, Milwaukee showing some weakness in float serve reception. Poindexter again. And he misses that one short, getting Milwaukee off the hook, but a heck of a trip to the line for big number 18 in black. And now at this point, given the situation, Milwaukee might need to be a little bit more aggressive from the service line. Here's the setter, Zalewski. Nice short serve takes Zielinski out of the offense. Free ball opportunity here. Gotta have this range, dug by Merck. But a net violation by Kraft, trying to fish that ball out, touched the bottom of the net. Good point on serve there from Milwaukee. I really like that serve from Ian Zalewski. Putting it short on Matt Slavinsky and at least taking Chicago's pipe attack largely out of the offense. making Milwaukee's jobs as blockers just a little bit easier. Hancock in the middle, roofed by Range. Wow, we've seen that matchup before, all the way back to the college club years. A couple NCVF college club alumna. Hancock at Purdue, Range at UW Oshkosh, North at Marquette. All those guys did battle for many years. Kraft somehow makes the pancake play off the tape, and Hancock takes a swing at it. It's the best he could do, but he missed it out of bounds. Really good run here from Milwaukee on the serve of Ian Zalewski. Maybe a lucky break there with the serve off the tape, but they'll take whatever they can get. 4-point game all of a sudden. Shields out of the back row, absolutely hammered cross court. Beautiful sign for Chicago to get that D-ball going early. And Chicago triggers the first technical timeout at 15 points. Brilliant start for the Chicago Icemen with highlight reels aplenty. But Milwaukee's making a little pushback here lately. Be right back after the break. The Ball Sports Academy, where the league was born 2 years ago and where it takes its next step this weekend. 19 of the best men's volleyball teams in the country converging on Northeast Indiana this weekend. It comes down to these four: the Milwaukee Dive and the Chicago Icemen in this first semifinal, and on the other side of the bracket, SoCal Ruckus against Hawaii's Imi Ola coming up next. But first, Sunil Thomas and the Icemen trying to extend this lead back up to where it was. Milwaukee's made a little bit of a pushback here lately. 15 serving 10. Beautiful pass by Bieser. North out of the back row off the tape, and the misdirection stuck Colin Merck there at the floor, unable to make the defensive play. Good first ball side out there for Milwaukee, and both teams early on getting that middle back pipe attack involved. We saw it from Kraft earlier, from North there. A hugely important part of elite level offenses to bring that fourth attacker out of the middle of the court in the back row. Pretty nice grab there from Thomas, but Shields can't quite adjust and send it over the net. Passed ever so slightly too tight and really made Chicago uncomfortable. Credit to the serve of Tyler Wills, and all of a sudden we've got a 3-point game. Wills again. Working on Slavinsky. Good pass there. Kraft high through a seam in the block. Briefly kept alive by Wills, but eventually to the floor. And Chicago's got to love to see that. One of Milwaukee's great strengths as a team is extending rallies as we get our first substitution in here. Adam Martell, number 12 in white, in at the opposite of UC San Diego. We haven't heard a lot from Luke Turner so far. Not a lot of opposite presence. Milwaukee trying to extend their offense pin to pin. See if Martell can pay that off. Kraft with the serve. Good block touch there by Hancock. Quick transition opportunity. Kraft out of the back row again, but a 3-meter line violation. Kraft stepped on that 10-foot or 3-meter line as he jumped to attack that ball out of the back row. Which you can't do as a backcourt attacker, so immediate Milwaukee point. Let's see it here on the replay if we can get a look at that line. It was probably very close, but called right away. 13-16, Shields on the right side, straight over the top of the block and right on the end line. That is straight up unstoppable. to go truly over the top of a blocker like that and still find the court. There's just no defense against that shot. Brilliant play there by Shields. Chicago lead back up to 4. Hancock had the ace last time around on the float serve. Passed well off the net there from Wills. Good block set up against North. Tries to chop it down the line and can't find his way over the tape. Again, float service pressure from Chicago. Both middle blockers plus outside hitter Will Kraft going with the floaters so far, and it has paid off. Nice scouting work from Tim Faulkner and Chicago's staff. 18-13. First swing from Martell, slowed down by the block. Good transition chance here. Shields again, dug by the chest of Zalewski. Hittable ball there for Wills out of the back row, but he misses it out of bounds. I was talking earlier about one of Milwaukee's strengths is extending rallies. Such good defenders, incredible defensive skill at all positions. So the longer rallies go, the better chances Milwaukee has of winning those points. Good pass there by Wills. Good dig from Thomas against the middle attack. Hittable ball there for Slavinsky. And a net violation committed by Martell on the block from Milwaukee. Smart play there from Matt Slavinsky. All he wanted to do was get that ball covered back on his side off the block, but even better, he baited the blocker into the net touch. Timeout Milwaukee, their second and final of the set, trailing 20-13. Chicago has absolutely come out firing in this match, and these two teams have already played twice this year at a Tier 1 regular season event in Louisville about a month ago. Those matches split. Dive came out quickly and swept Chicago in that first match. Chicago responding with a 3-1 win in the second one, so these two teams know each other extremely well. Even if the Milwaukee Dive aren't able to come back and win this set, this match is so far from over that their goal right now is to figure themselves out a bit and generate some momentum as we head into the rest of this match. Hancock serving again out of the timeout. Good dig from Hancock, the middle blocker. Quick ball to Slavinsky in transition, tries to turn it down the line, and a slight over-rotation out of bounds wide. So a break for Milwaukee there. That'll send Adam Martell back to the line. His first chance to serve. Let's see what he can do. Good serve, working on Slavinsky down the line. Beautiful scoop dig by Bieser, but a net touch called against Chicago. Interesting. I wonder if that was Thomas, the setter, getting up high to reach for that ball and maybe clipping the net on his way down. Whoever touched the net, Milwaukee's back within 5, 15-20. Good serve there from Martell. Same spot, going at Slavinsky. Shields high off the hands of Patterson, out of play. Milwaukee is really targeting Matt Slavinsky right now serving. They certainly don't want to go at Colin Merck. He wears the opposite colored jersey for a reason. Slavinsky's hanging in there pretty nicely, and Shields there, excuse me, on the right side, taking out the trash in an out-of-system situation. 21-15. Serve missed short there, but up by this much, Chicago can afford to go after it a little bit. North off the tape, kept alive nicely by Kraft. Shields out of the back row, hangs, slowed down by Wills, but right on the net off the dig and hammered to the floor by Brandon Poindexter. That brings Chicago within 3 of taking this first set. On the topic of service pressure, it's not all about number of aces, or it's not about number of errors. It's about ace to error ratio and opponent's passing percentage. Speaking of aces, Matt Slavinsky rips another one. Man, you can really see from the baseline camera angle the hooking spin that thing has on it. That nasty right to left tail makes it so much more difficult for receivers to pass that ball. You've really got to get your body to the outside of it, and that's the adjustment that Bieser, the Milwaukee libero, has made. 2 in a row! That time Slavinsky cuts it short, right in front of Chandler North. What a smart service choice from the rookie out of Carthage. Check this out. Yeah, all the Milwaukee passers all the way back in the court expecting the heat, and that little bit of a changeup able to score. Set point Chicago. Slavinsky going for 3 in a row. Why not? Misses that one out of bounds. Speaking of ace to error ratio, 5 aces to only 3 errors for Chicago so far. Even 1 ace to every 2 errors is a pretty good ratio at professional level men's volleyball. So really good return on service aggression from Chicago so far. Set point number 2. Kraft, high cross court, missed it out of bounds, no touch, and wide of the sidelines. So another set point saved by Milwaukee. Patterson serving again. Kraft tipped over the top that time. Beautiful touch. Martel can't quite get underneath that ball. And that is it. A convincing set number 1 performance by the Chicago Icemen. They have set the tone for this match. Taking set number 1, 25-18. Look at the energy from both these sides. Quick commercial break. We'll be right back with set number 2. A lot more volleyball coming your way from the VLA Cup. Welcome back to the 2022 VLA Cup. My name is Rob St. Clair, live from the Ball Sports Academy in Northeast Indiana. Semifinal number 1, Chicago versus Milwaukee. Chicago took the first pretty convincingly, 25-18. And the offensive numbers so far not really popping off the page for either team. Milwaukee's 0% efficiency with 5 kills and 5 total errors. But Chicago, honestly, not that much better. Only hitting about 0.74 as a team. The difference, though, is serving and passing. Chicago's passing average so far, 2.3 to Milwaukee's 1.6. And ace to error ratio, like we talked about, 5 aces to 4 errors for Chicago, 0 aces, 1 error for Milwaukee. Milwaukee just trying to keep the ball in play and let their defense do the work. That has not been the way this matchup has gone just yet so far. Again, these two teams know each other extremely well, both very, very smart teams. It's been great to hear from both teams about their journeys through this tournament so far. You've had them like Chandler North, Tyler Wills talked on the broadcast here yesterday for a while. We had Tim Faulkner, Dave Hancock, Will Kraft share some of their thoughts on the broadcast. It's been a grind of a tournament. These teams are taking it really seriously, approaching all these matchups as technically as they can with a lot of resources. And here they are on ESPN Sunday. He and Zalewski, number 23 in white, the setter for Milwaukee, getting set number 2 underway. Same lineups for both sides. Kraft blocked by Range, but just barely out of bounds long. Range was in exactly the right spot, but just enough sauce on that one from Will Kraft to deflect it long of his own end line. Icemen on the board. Martell remains in at the opposite, number 12 in white from Milwaukee. He's on the left side right now. This one rotation, we call it rotation 1, where the outside hitter and the opposite switch wings. So Tyler Wills, number 9 in white, attacking on Milwaukee's right side. Here is Wills right on cue. Deep cross court off of Thomas and down. Beautiful high contact point from Tyler Wills. Terrific set by Zalewski as well. Took the middle blocker, Hancock for Chicago, effectively out of the play. And a one-on-one opportunity at this level for the offense. That is a huge advantage. Almost an ace serve there off of Kraft. Milwaukee gonna get a free ball here. Where does Zalewski go? Range in the middle, through the block of Hancock and down on the Chicago side. And quickly, Milwaukee getting the middle attack involved here in the second set. They take the lead. Tyler Range and Wyatt Patterson available up quickly in the middle all the time, and Zalewski can find them from less than perfect positions. An aspect of both of these setters in just about any offense that you'll see at this high of a level. Great serve there from Wills. Chicago under pressure, free ball Milwaukee. Range on the back one is slowed down nicely by the block. Shields adjusts, tries to tag the deep back corner position 1 and missed it out of bounds. So really good service pressure here from Tyler Wills. Ripped that last one down the line. Put Chicago under pressure from the get-go. Milwaukee leads 3-1 as we try to wipe up the court over there on the Chicago side. Both these teams in this VLA Cup tournament, a 3-day event, they both won their respective pools to get here. Icemen, the first seed in Pool A, held seed. Milwaukee won their pool, Pool B, as a 4 seed. Ace serve, Tyler Wills. What a beauty. And look at that range. Not talking about Tyler Range, I'm talking about sideline to sideline range. That last serve that we saw was straight down the line of position 1. That one cut wrist away right on the sideline position 5. Incredible sideline to sideline variation from Tyler Wills. Great start here from Milwaukee. Perfect pass there by Merck. Shields absolutely detonated cross court on the right side. Textbook first ball side out offense there from Chicago. And when the ball's passed perfectly, that is what these elite level offenses can look like. Credit to Colin Merck, the Chicago libero, for that first contact. Hancock to serve again. Had some success with the floater in set number 1. North inside the single block of Shields into the floor. Nice quick delivery there from Zalewski. You can look at it there on the replay as anytime Zalewski's inside the 10-foot line or 3-meter line setting that ball, the opposing middle blocker can't commit to anything. He has to wait and react or make an educated guess. And Poindexter made an educated guess that turned out to be incorrect. However, Poindexter responds immediately with an effortless looking put away in the middle. Good delivery there from Thomas. Shields looking to put on some service pressure. North will have an out-of-system swing off the platform, set deep cross court and right inside both the sideline and the end line. That is a world-class swing from Chandler North. Look at this high reach. This is an extremely difficult shot, and he did the best possible thing he could. Maybe the Chicago block gave him a little too much angle, but what a shot from Chandler North. And that serve by Martell did not miss the sideline by much. Poindexter diving out of the way. It's 4 serving 6 with Slavinsky back at the line. He had those 2 late aces in a row to really put the nail in the coffin in set 1. Let's see what he can do here. Pretty good pass there from North. Patterson in the middle, slowed down beautifully by Poindexter. Transition chance. Shields against no blocker. Blasted off of Beaster defensively and out of play. That block touch by Brandon Poindexter was just perfect. A quick late reaction, threw his hands up in front of Wyatt Patterson, deflected it up in the air for Chicago. And at this level, that good of a block touch is as good as a free ball. 5 serving 6. Wow, what a hammer by Slavinsky from the line. Wills out of the back row. Kept alive by Merck. Transition chance again. Kraft tipped over the top. Martell makes the play, but just out of bounds on the Chicago side, and we are tied. Nice choice there for Will Kraft in transition. Tipping that ball over the top as that play developed really fast. Didn't give Milwaukee time to set up defensively. The speed of that transition offense for Chicago is insane. Will Kraft wants that ball as fast as possible because he knows that he can exploit that Milwaukee side if he does it fast enough. North chopped down the line off of Shields' shoulder and out of play. Nice range there for number 10 in white. It is so much fun to watch Chandler North play volleyball at this level. He, at his collegiate career at Marquette, played all 3 hitting positions. Started his career as a middle, moved to the right side, then to the outside his senior year in college club. And he learned that position fast enough to jump overseas and play professionally in Denmark. That tells you what kind of an athlete this kid is, despite that service error there. Seven apiece here in set number 2. Chicago leads 1-0. Poindexter back to serve. Had some success working at Wills down the line with the floater in the first. Rotation 5 receive here from Milwaukee. Martell the backcourt opposite. Patterson in the middle off of Poindexter, not a play. Really nice run right there. That is not an easy swing. Patterson off his right sideline, working his shoulders completely against his body's momentum. And picking on the spot where the libero would usually be, but is not for Chicago in that rotation. Smart play. Pretty good pass there from Kraft. Kraft thrown through a seam of the block into the floor. And that is the benefit of speed right there. When you can play the game so fast, you don't have to hit the ball hard every time. Kraft sees the block when he goes up and does this. He knows that because the delivery of the offense is so fast, the middle blocker, Tyler Range, doesn't have time to get over and seal the gap between him and Zalewski. Sees that space, puts the ball straight through it. Here's Thomas. Cuts that one short, handled well by North. Wills high off the hands of the block and out of bounds. That is the benefit of keeping the ball high. Wills had really no intention of hitting the ball into the court there. A well-formed double block up in front of him, but if he challenges the hands high, you're going to get some good deflections. Oh my goodness, Dave Hancock in the middle. What a blast by the Purdue Boilermaker back in the state of Indiana. My teammate in college, I got to praise Dave while I get this opportunity. He walked into the gym his freshman year at Purdue telling us he wanted to play outside hitter. We're like, okay, kid, whatever you say. He was new to the game. We put him on the right side, and just about a year later, he was one of the best middles in the nation. 3-year professional career later, and here he is dominating the VLA. Oh, what a stab by Kraft. Shields blocked, covered by Hancock. Slavinsky down the line trying to find some hands. And no touch called, I believe. But the defense starting to ratchet up in intensity for both these teams. Milwaukee retakes the lead, 10-9. Wills working down the line again. Quick ball to Slavinsky, ridiculously high off the block. Thomas with the one-handed feed to Shields, but just a little too far outside. And Shields couldn't negotiate the angle inside the antenna. So really nice spread blocking there. Tyler Range with the touch. Worked out in Milwaukee's favor. Break point there for Wills, who's been their best server so far. Slavinsky detonated sharp cross court inside the single blocker. Not only is this Icemen offense fast, but the contact points of the attacker are just, all the attackers are ridiculously high. Matt Slavinsky's no taller than about 6'3", but he flies. He's taken that ball right off the top of the antenna. It's amazing. Good serve there from Hancock, but flicked to the backside by Zalewski, and Martel puts it away down the line. What a beautiful delivery there. Ian Zalewski, number 23 in white, with the one-handed feed. Range, standing float serve, well out of bounds. That is not a good service error for Milwaukee. If you're not going to be more aggressive with your serve, you've got to put it in play. Make Chicago earn their points. This is not a team that you can afford to give anything to away for free. Good pass there by Wills. Patterson in the middle, straight down again. So fast. Number 16 in white, just really dynamic. Able to get up quick, and Poindexter was there. I think he was up on a commit play there, but the angle inside the block from Patterson was too good. Nice set from Zalewski, 2-point Milwaukee lead. Good look down the line from Martel, but a little bit long, well watched by Slavinsky. And now Slavinsky back to serve. We've seen what he can do from this spot. Let's see if he goes deep or cuts it short. Tries to work down the line on North, but the net tape gets in the way. North, a very good server in his own right. Milwaukee's starting to shift the serve and pass battle into their favor in this second set. Good pass there from Kraft. Shields out of the back row, dug beautifully by Bieser down the line. Chance again in transition. Slavinsky out of the pipe, blocked by Wills, but out of bounds. Good run there by Thomas. And Slavinsky coming barreling in out of position 6. Gets the favorable deflection. Check out the speed of this. But Milwaukee, understanding the scouting report, 2 blockers up there. That is a good sign for the dive defense, despite the result of that point. Here's Poindexter. Wills just so casually chopping that ball over the block and down. And that's the exploitation of the matchup that I talked about early on in the first, Wills versus Thomas. And it's Milwaukee that gets us to the technical timeout here in set number 2. 15-13. Dive leads the Icemen, trying to equalize this match at a set apiece. Welcome back live from the VLA Cup. Take a look at the current bracket. 19 teams down to 4. We get to play on ESPN Plus here on this Sunday morning. Patterson serving out of the technical timeout for Milwaukee. Slavinsky out of the back row, tipped. Patterson makes the play. At least apparently he does, but that ball called to the floor. Pancake effort there from Patterson, not quite good enough, and Chicago back within 1. Sunil Thomas here from the service line, the setter out of Ohio State, two-time national champion. It's only a matter of time until he gets a serious impact from the service line. But not that time. That ball missed out of bounds again. Rotation one receive here for Chicago. They're a team that's built to be pretty good in this rotation. Shields a good attacker on the left. Kraft ridiculously dynamic on the right. Smart play. Kraft sees the single blocker, tips it over the top in the middle blocker range. Can't quite keep it alive. So both teams showing some ability in rotation one here. Now dive put to the test. Last time in this rotation, they went to Wills on the right side. Let's see if they go there again, or if maybe they can get range involved in the middle. 15-16, Chicago serving. It is Wills again, and he blasts it high off the block and out of bounds. Nice quick delivery there from Zalewski. Very impressive response from the Milwaukee Dive in this second set. After getting just overpowered physically early on in the first, they have really settled in nicely. Ace serve, Tyler Wills, already his second of the set, right on the end line in the seam between two passers. Let's look at this again. Perfect, perfectly located right on the line. And Wills has been a big part of completely shifting the serve and pass battle into Milwaukee's favor in this second set. Wills again. 3-point Milwaukee lead. Forces the overpass. Free ball opportunity here. Range in the middle. Blocked by Hancock, and a big missed opportunity there from Milwaukee. We'll see if it comes back to bite them. But teams at this level, when you give them a free ball, expect them to score 95% of the time, maybe even higher. Rare miss there. Hancock back to serve. Martel smartly hangs on the right side and taps it off the block of Slavinsky and out of bounds down the line. Nice shot from number 12 in white. He's been awfully good since coming in midway through the first set. In to serve as a substitution, Matt Awesome, number 6 in white, misses that one out of bounds. In for Tyler Range, so he'll go quickly back to the bench. And Shields to the line for Chicago. Rotation 3 receive here from Milwaukee. Really good pass by North off a tough serve. Beautiful dig by Merck. Free ball here, Milwaukee. Great opportunity, Zalewski. North again. Dug in position 4. Slavinsky will have a swing straight over the top, dug by Wills somehow. Wills dug by Kraft. Great rally here. Shields stuffed by North with Patterson there as well. Rally of the match so far right there, and a huge one for the Milwaukee Dive to go up 20-17. Brilliant block there by Chandler North, dropping that right hand back into the seam, and timeout Chicago. 20-17. That was a massive momentum swinging point. Milwaukee with the 3-point lead here at the business end of set number 3. Set number 2, my apologies. A lot more volleyball left to be played. The winner of this semifinal will advance to take on the winner of the one coming up next, SoCal Ruckus versus Hawaii Imi Ola. Really looking forward to that. Two West Coast teams. Ruckus, the reigning champions of this tournament. That will be an awesome battle going live at about 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Milwaukee looking to put the finishing touches on a set number 2 victory out of this timeout. Luke Turner, who started the match at opposite, now in to serve. Slavinsky tipped over the top. Beautiful play by Turner, but just barely out of the reach of Zalewski for the Chicago side out. I am really impressed with what I've seen from Matt Slavinsky so far. Showing the attacking range, been a weapon from the service line, and a little bit of touch to go along with it. That ball somehow kept alive. Good opportunity here for Chicago for a break point. Kraft, deep cross court. Beautifully put away by Kraft. That looked to be straight over the top of a pretty well-formed double block. And Chicago's back within one. This set is not over yet, and Milwaukee knows it. Timeout dive, their first at 20-19. Let's take a look at some of the numbers so far. Side out percentages, 69% for Chicago, 60% for Milwaukee. So that makes Chicago's point scoring rate, or their ability to score points on their serve, at 40%. That is pretty high. Got it broken down by rotations. Passing numbers a lot more balanced in this set. Now match-wide, Chicago 2.1, Milwaukee 1.94 on a three-point scale. However, surprisingly enough, Chicago out-digging Milwaukee, 18 digs to only 7 for the dive. I would expect that to be just about the opposite. Chicago looking to continue this comeback here in set number 2. Slavinsky serving out of the timeout, 19 serving 20. Anybody's game. Good pass there by Wills. North on the left side, high off the block. No touch called. I thought he might have gotten that deflection off the fingertips of Thomas, but just long of the end line and no touch. So that means we are tied up at 20. No complaints from the Milwaukee side. No touch detected, 20 apiece. Now really anybody's game. Slavinsky again, what a pass by Bieser. At least able to touch that ball, but not able to control it right on the net, and Brandon Poindexter brings the hammer to give Chicago the lead. Huge rotation of point scoring for the Icemen, and Milwaukee with another timeout to try and slow Slavinsky down. Chicago takes the lead at 21-20. Huge turnaround here in set number 2. If Chicago's able to make this comeback, go up 2-0, that will be demoralizing. I want to take a moment while we can to thank some of our league sponsors. Novice Clothing Company, you saw the ad from them earlier on. They outfit the entire Volleyball League of America. Such an upgrade in the level of our apparel this year. Huge thanks to Mikasa, our volleyball supplier. Really putting in a lot of work for us at this event. And of course, thanks to the Ball Sports Academy, owned by Olympic gold medalist and VLA founder Loy Ball, for hosting us this weekend. Slavinsky trying to continue this run for Chicago out of the timeout. Massive point here, a must win for Milwaukee. Good pass by Wills. North, blocked by Poindexter and can't be covered. Brandon Poindexter having so much influence on this match here lately. And this is a rotation that Chicago is really capitalizing on. Only 50% side out percentage for Milwaukee here in rotation 4. 2 front court options, Patterson and North. And without the D ball, that back row right side attack really having been a factor so far for Milwaukee, Chicago on the block knows where Milwaukee's offense is going. That's why Poindexter can go over there and set up that block against North. 22-20, make it 22-21 as Slavinsky blasts that serve out of bounds, but now all the pressure on Milwaukee to pick up another break point. Can Chandler North, the founder of the team, give it to him? Really good pass. Kraft tipped over the top. Turner makes the play. Breakpoint chance. Wills, high hands. Merck runs it down. Shields out of the back row. Not good hand contact and missed out of bounds. So sure enough, immediately put under pressure, Milwaukee responds with a break point right away. And it's 22 apiece with North back to the line again. Rotation 5 receive here for Chicago. Thomas, the front court setter. That ball blasted out of bounds by North, but he did his job that previous play. Now a service substitution in here, number 7 in black, Lewis Richard, the NCAA champion out of Long Beach State University, backup outside hitter, in to serve and play some defense for Poindexter. Richard coming over to the Icemen this offseason from the SoCal Rising Tide. Wills, cross court, dug immediately by Richard, right on Thomas's head. Kraft looking for fingertips, and he's not gonna find him. He insists that he did, but not that touch not detected by any of our 4 officials. So a very good transition chance not taken advantage of. You can see it right there. Yeah, I think that's a very good call. Great look at it there on the replay. Trying to get Zalewski's fingertips. Didn't quite find him. So 23 all, Patterson to serve. That serve missed out of bounds. 2 errors in a row from the service line for Milwaukee, and that will bring up set point Chicago. But from this point on, it will have to be done on the serve of whichever team wins this set. You must win by 2. Could be headed for overtime here in the second set. Thomas from the line now would be an awfully good time to rip an ace serve. Overpass, next best thing. Will still gets a swing, slowed down by the block. Chicago for the set, Kraft slowed down by a good block touch. North out of the back row, dug by Thomas but can't be kept alive. What a clutch play from the Milwaukee dive. Wow, after that ball was overpassed, they handled that joust play and they handled the attack from Kraft. Really good front court physical play by Ian Zalewski. There he is, number 23. 2 great block touches. And Milwaukee very much still alive here at 24 all in the second. Kraft a little early on that one. He hesitates, he waits, and he puts it away anyway. Not exactly picture perfect offense from Chicago, but it will get the job done there in rotation 1. It's 25-24. Set point once again for the Icemen coming up. Just heard the dive bench emphasize first contact. That is the key here for them in rotation 1 receive. The Icemen know that this ball is likely to go to Tyler Wills on the right side, but if the ball's passed well, Milwaukee still has all their options. Otherwise, the Chicago block is loading up on number 9. Set point Icemen, Kraft to serve. It is Wills on the right side, dug by Kraft. Slavinsky for the set, blocked by Wills and covered. Shields is roofed by Range. What a clutch block. Tyler Range, number 8 in white, slams the door on Griffin Shields, and Chicago has had a couple swings for the set here in set number 2. These last couple points, and Milwaukee's block and defense have been extremely clutch. 25 apiece. Tyler Wills now. Good pass by Merck. Slavinsky rolled over the top. North makes the play. He's out of the offense. Wills tipped out of the back row and it falls. Such a smart play. Tyler Wills out of the back row, tipping that ball short to position 2. And the backcourt defender, Thomas, couldn't get there in time. Such a good transition play from Milwaukee, and now they're going to have a set point at 26-25. Tyler Wills already with 3 ace serves. 2, but both in this set, and he's done it in a variety of ways. Set point Milwaukee. Good pass there from Kraft. Slavinsky high off the hands. Milwaukee's going to have a great chance to win it here. North, stuffed straight down by Shields. What a block for the Icemen at the most important time. Oh my goodness. We've had a couple swings for the set now from both teams. That is a textbook, absolutely perfect double block for the Chicago Icemen, and we're still going. Overtime extended here at 26 apiece in set number 2. Hancock to serve. Not a good time for that sort of a service error. Badly short, it's 27-26. Set point Milwaukee, Tyler Range to serve. Easy standing floater. Kraft out of the back row, through the block of Patterson, kept alive briefly, but can't quite be sent over the net, and another set point saved. We're still going here in overtime set number 2. Now it's Griffin Shields' turn. Another service error, 2 in a row for Chicago. That'll send Adam Martell back to the line, who's back in at opposite. We saw Turner for a backcourt trip last time around for Milwaukee. Set point at 28-27. Good pass. Poindexter in the middle, dug by Wills. North gonna have a swing for the set, off the block of Thomas and out of bounds. And Milwaukee in a barn burner, able to get it done in set number 2, 29-27. Both teams had their opportunities, but it's the Milwaukee Dive who led for a good portion of the set that get it done in overtime. We are tied up at 1 set apiece, and much more coming from this match, at least 4 sets, as we take a look at a couple of the highlights and send you to break. A lot more volleyball coming on the other side. Stick around on ESPN+. Overhead look at beautiful Angola, Indiana. If you haven't been here before, make your way out to Lake Country in Northeast Indiana and take a stop at the Ball Sports Academy while you are here. If you're lucky, you might catch some professional level men's volleyball. The VLA Cup 2022 is here live on ESPN+, and this is an awesome one so far. The first semifinal match between the Chicago Icemen and the Milwaukee Dive, tied up at 1 set apiece. Looking at the numbers in the break, I'm really quite surprised with how this matchup is working out statistically so far. Milwaukee leading in attack efficiency, 220 as a team to Chicago's 180. Surprised that their offense hasn't been quite as good yet. Passing numbers very, very close now. Chicago 2.2 on a three-point scale. Milwaukee 2.0. But Chicago leading in digs, 23-13. Chicago 5 aces, 9 service errors. Milwaukee 2 aces, 8 service errors. Really pretty balanced across the board. Matt Slavinsky has been Chicago's best offensive player, hitting .462 individually, but Griffin Shields' negative efficiency has got to be better this set. So Neil Thomas, the Chicago setter, to get us underway. Beautiful pass by North. North out of the back row, through the block of Kraft and down on the Chicago side. And the Icemen block was there, but couldn't quite penetrate over the net to slow down North, and Milwaukee's on the board. Not a good pass there from Merck. Kraft runs it down. Actually a hittable ball there for Hancock, tipped over the top. Wills in transition. Thomas makes the play, but set right over the net to Martell of Milwaukee, who happily says thank you very much, taps that one to the floor. Break point for Milwaukee early, 2-0 dive. That all started with an imperfect pass there from Chicago, that a good float serve from Zalewski into the seam. Better one here. Kraft roofed by Wills one-on-one. Wow, what a move. Tyler Wills dropping his hands to the inside and slamming the door on Will Kraft. Emphatically, Milwaukee up 3-0 in the third. First time we've seen Chicago really struggle here in rotation one. Shields with a blast down the line on the left side. That is a confidence builder there for number 13 in black. Chicago could use a lot more of that. Will Kraft back to serve. Milwaukee has done a significantly better job lately at float serve reception. Let's see what they can do here in rotation one. They don't have to do anything as that float serve drifts well out of bounds long. Chicago already to double-digit service errors in the match. Ace serve, Tyler Wills again. Wow, the former Iceman is just making his former team miserable right now receiving serve. Just so many options. And Wills is so intentional about where he's going with all these serves. That one right in the seam between Slavinsky and Merck, perfectly located. 5-1 did Milwaukee start here in the third. Hancock with an absolute beauty. Such a good piece of work there. That middle attack off the right sideline, contorting his body to work it back to the right. High degree of difficulty, and Chicago could use a lot more middle attack in this third set. Good pass there by Bieser. Martell through the block, dug by Kraft. Slavinsky in transition challenges the hands. Good coverage. Shields can't take a swing at it. Free ball here, Milwaukee. North through the block, cross court and down. This is Milwaukee dive volleyball. Keep plays alive. Give yourself a chance to take a swing and use your vision and your smarts to hit the right shot. That is exactly the game plan for Chandler North, Tyler Wills, and whoever is hitting these high balls on the wings. Got to give credit to Adam Martell as well, number 12, the opposite, who's come in and made a difference. Just provided at least a threat on the right side for the Milwaukee offense. Beautiful set from Thomas to Poindexter, kept alive. And North unable to find a miraculous angle inside the block. Chicago's going to take that point. Shields to serve for the Icemen in a bit of an early hole at 3-6. Good look there at Shields with Loy Ball in the background. Oh, that was very close. North couldn't decide if he wanted to play it or not. Ended up making the right call at the last minute to let it go out of bounds. Tough pass, somehow able to be rescued by Shields. Patterson in the middle, dug by Merck, but then immediately to the floor. The Milwaukee dive service pressure has completely turned around. Chicago is on their heels, scrambling, and they need an early timeout. 8-3, the Milwaukee lead in the third set, tied at 1 apiece after Chicago came out convincingly in the first. Barn burner in overtime in the second. Now all Milwaukee in the third. This match has got a little bit of everything. A lot of high-level discussions going on in the timeouts for both teams, understanding what matchups they can use, how they can play better defense, how they can serve in a more targeted way, what matchups they have favorably on offense. There's just a lot of those conversations going on in timeouts and throughout the match. Setters getting a lot of feedback from their sidelines. It's got to start with first contact here for Chicago. Martell serving for Milwaukee out of the timeout, and a good timeout for Chicago. Sometimes coaches keep track of those in their own personal stat sheet as when a called timeout immediately results in an opposing service error. So give one to Tim Faulkner on that play. Here's Slavinsky. Good rip there, puts Bieser on his back. Shields makes the play, but back to the Milwaukee side. And that ball not called down. The ball is still alive. Patterson in the middle off of Shields, and eventually will be good enough to score. Milwaukee really thought they had that point earlier. Let's see that on the replay. Oh, that ball is clearly to the floor. Milwaukee had a case, but they ended up winning the point anyway. So the correct team won there. You can see it very clearly on the replay that that ball skipped off the floor before it hit Slavinsky's hand. 9 serving 4. Heck of a start for Milwaukee. Chandler North back at the line. Perfect pass by Merck. Poindexter blocked, covered by Shields. And a free ball now for Milwaukee. Good block touch there by Thomas, covered. Wills again, high off the hands and out of bounds. Classic Milwaukee dive volleyball right there. High and hard off the block, take your chances with the deflection. Worst you're gonna do is cover it back on your side. Wills that time able to get that ball off the block and away. What a start from Milwaukee, a really impressive turnaround after what happened in the first. Overpass, Wills tried to find the back line, but missed it out of bounds. A rare missed opportunity there for Milwaukee. Could that be the break that Chicago needs to get back into this set? Poindexter to serve. Patterson in the middle, over the block quickly off Slavinsky and out of play. That's a makeable defensive play. I might like to see Slavinsky get that ball a little more controlled. But another kill for Wyatt Patterson in the middle, who's been extremely efficient so far. 500 attacking, which I believe leads all players in the match. Good pass there. Kraft through the block of Zalewski and down. The extremely dynamic Will Kraft, number 88 in black, hangs, looks at what he's got in front of him, and chooses to hit that shot short through the seam of the block because he knew that North would be back there defensively. Thomas back to serve. Daniil Thomas has not found it from the service line just yet. Another serve out of bounds long. Keeps saying it's only a matter of time until he figures it out. But how long will it be? Icemen needing to make a comeback here. Hancock blasted in the middle. Too hot to handle for Bieser, who was standing in the right spot. But that quick reaction time, even at this level, as good as these liberos are, there are some swings that are just undefendable. 7 serving 12. Kraft got to serve this ball in. He does. Better than that, puts a lot of pressure on Martel. Somehow negotiates that ball off the tape and the blocker and out of bounds. And a big break for the Milwaukee dive. You could argue they had no business winning that point, but they got the lucky deflection. 13-7 with their best server, Tyler Wills, back at the line. Shields slowed down by North. Good block touch there. Transition opportunity. The connection not quite there out of the pipe. Now a free ball for Chicago. Shields again. Cross court and dug. But right on the net, Slavinsky takes a swing and misses it out of bounds. Wow, some very rare errors from both these teams on overpass swings. And 2 pretty good looks there for Griffin. Shields on the right side for Chicago, just not quite able to get going. Wills to serve again. Good pass there. That's more like it from Griffin Shields, an absolute bomb. Sharp cross court off the defense and practically into the side wall. Check this out again. This is such a good delivery from Thomas as well. We see a lot of high hard line and high deep cross court from some of the opposites in this tournament, but not a lot of them are really banging it 2-2 or working that position 1 defender. Nice turn there from Griffin Shields. A good sign for Chicago. Still trailing by 6. Hancock to serve. Martel slowed down. Hancock almost makes the touch. Kraft in pursuit, can't quite keep it alive. Nice effort there, and we've got all the time we need to clean up the floor as Milwaukee triggers the technical timeout, reaching 15 here in the third convincingly. 15-8. Milwaukee leads in set 3 of this match, all tied up at 1 apiece. Back in 60 seconds, live from Angola. Welcome back to the VLA Cup semifinal. Chicago versus Milwaukee, tied up at 1 apiece, but dive handling the Icemen here in the third, 15-8. After an explosive Chicago start, they have struggled with just a lot of the usual detail that they're usually extremely good at. Slavinsky there, chopped down the line on the quick delivery from Thomas. Maybe that'll kickstart the Chicago offense with Griffin Shields back to serve. They've got to start turning the dial of the serve and pass battle in this match back in their favor, Chicago, if they're going to make this comeback in set 3. Patterson slowed down really nicely by Poindexter. Poindexter in transition is stuffed straight down. Wow, Wyatt Patterson was angry about being slowed down on that attack and got his revenge quickly. Check this out. What a beautiful press by the right hand of number 16, saying, not in my house. Good serve from Martell. Free ball opportunity for Milwaukee. North straight down the line. Great serve there from Adam Martell, forced the overpass. And Chandler North for Milwaukee made no mistake about it. It's 17-9. I am shocked by this score right now. Good pass there by Slavinsky. Slavinsky slowed down by a good block touch of Patterson. North in transition, tipped over the top. Shields out of the back row, down the line, off North and out of play. Very important swing for Chicago to even have a chance in this set. Griffin Shields is slowly starting to come back alive. Slavinsky to serve. We've seen the damage that he can do. Passed off the net by North. Martell out of the back row, down the line, dug by Merck. Kraft challenges the triple block, gets it covered. Shields, what a pursuit, incredible hustle. Free ball for Milwaukee. North down the line, missed it out of bounds. What a hustle play. Griffin Shields somehow able to use every millimeter of that 6'9" frame to track that ball down by the bleachers. Slavinsky sends it over, and Chicago takes it on the hitting error. Huge momentum turn, perhaps, if Slavinsky can keep these serves in play. He can. That is a bomb, handled really well by Wills. Tipped in the middle by Patterson. Great transition chance here. Shields, dug by Wills miraculously. Huge block by Poindexter. Oh my goodness, Brandon Poindexter with the brick wall. And despite the scoreboard, still a 5-point game. The momentum is shifting and Milwaukee can feel it. Timeout dive at 17-12. Wow, a couple huge momentum plays. Check out this block again from Poindexter. That is just massive. And if you're Chandler North, you do not want to challenge the big man. If anything, you want to go at Sunil Thomas. Much better size matchup down the line. Plays like that and the momentum generated from Griffin Shields' hustle in the previous play that are what can turn a set around. Slavinsky with a blast after a brief delay. And he misses it out of bounds. So Dive can take a momentary sigh of relief as their lead's back up to 6. Chicago's got to be perfect inside out from here on out. Starting on passing this Chandler North serve. Easy one there, handled by Slavinsky. Kraft, deep cross court, just through the block of Patterson. And to the floor. Patterson can't believe he didn't get a better touch on that. And a service substitution in for the Icemen, Lewis Richard, in for Brandon Poindexter once again. We saw it in the last set. Richard, a very good defender, so he'll put this serve in play and try and give his team a chance in defense. Inside set to Wills, scooped up by Kraft off the block touch, but Slavinsky can't quite run it down. First ball side up from Milwaukee once again. I like the creativity of that. I've seen it throughout this weekend with both Wills and North coming into the inside on sort of that 32 set, creating some different angles for the blockers. And even though the Chicago block was there, Wills just so smart. Sees it ahead of time and uses it to his advantage. quick ball to Kraft. Good block touch by Zalewski. But out of bounds on the Chicago side. Quick blast from Will Kraft for the first ball side out. Now it's Neil Thomas's turn. Dive with a comfortable cushion. Could just side out. Just focus on receiving serve, and they're going to win set number 3 if they can do that. Good pass there by North. Range in the middle, blocked by Hancock and covered. Wills blocked again. Scooped up by Hancock, but right on the net where it's thrown to the floor by Tyler Wills. And that's the thing, with as many shots as Wills likes to hit into the block, the ones that come playable on the Chicago side are the ones that the Icemen really need to take advantage of. They have had a chance there. Platform set to the outside to Shields. Oh my goodness, that is a crazy swing. Straight over the top of the block. Watch this. Unbelievable, just tee it up there for him. Who cares what block is up in front of him? That's a 6'8" guy. Adam Martell is a big guy and a good blocker, and Shields just made him look invisible on that swing. 15 serving 20. Kraft with a lot of work to do for his Chicago Icemen team from the line. Wills through the block and down on the Icemen side. Tyler Wills' hitting efficiency is absolutely ridiculous. 381 on 21 attempts. For an outside hitter who's really the primary attacker in almost every rotation, that is an awesome efficiency number. Good pass there by Kraft. Shields on the right side, straight over the block again and in, plus a net violation. So Griffin Shields has come alive for Chicago. Earlier service sub is undone as Poindexter comes back to the front court. But Chicago needs break points. They need service pressure. Let's see if Hancock can deliver. Good serve there, handled nicely by Bieser. Missed connection in the middle, but range able to hang in the air just barely long enough to send it over with the fingertips, and it falls on the Chicago side. And a service substitution in here for Milwaukee. Matt Awesome, number 6, backup outside hitter, into serve and play some defense for range. Coming outside is Slavinsky, straight over the block, dug by Awesome, back to Chicago. Slavinsky is roofed straight down. Gigantic stuff block from Adam Martell and Wyatt Patterson. And it's 23-16 Milwaukee. Look at this. What a move. Adam Martell diving back to the inside to seal the seam, and a huge right-handed press. I think the first time Slavinsky's been blocked in this match. Dive looking awfully good here in the third, even though that serve's missed out of bounds. 23-17. That Milwaukee service substitution is undone. Not that time from Shields. That's going to bring up set point Milwaukee, and it has been all dive from point 1 here in the third. They went up, I believe, 5-1 early and have not looked back despite a couple momentum turning plays from Chicago. Martell serving for the set. Perfect pass. Poindexter crossbody right inside the end line, so 1 set point saved. Now Slavinsky, no reason not to go after this. See if he can put a string of points together here for Chicago to send him into the fourth with some momentum. Great pass there from Wills. Patterson for the set, missed it just out of bounds long. No touch on the block, so another set point saved. It's 19-24 Chicago. Well, Milwaukee leads, Chicago serving. Slavinsky again. Set point for the dive. And the tape gets in the way, and that is it. The Milwaukee Dive take a 2-1 lead in the semifinal match over their Midwestern rivals, the Chicago Icemen. Wow, perhaps a massive upset developing here. I know these teams have been competitive this year. I expected Chicago to win in advance, but they are on the ropes, gonna have to do it in 5. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beautiful Ball Sports Academy in Angola, Indiana for the 2022 VLA Cup semifinals. Chicago Icemen trail their Midwestern rivals, the Milwaukee Dive, 2-1. As this unbelievable 3-day tournament reaches its climax here on Sunday. I'm Rob St. Clair, live with you on ESPN Plus for this historic, first time ever professional men's volleyball broadcast on this platform. Very curious to see what Chicago does here, if they keep the same lineup, if they make any adjustments. They have got to do something to make the Milwaukee Dive uncomfortable, since that early, quick start momentum string of points that Chicago were able to put together in the first set. Milwaukee has just been so comfortable. They've been cool, calm, and collected, as they always are. And there'll be no changes for the Icemen. Slavinsky and Kraft, the outside hitters. Shields, the opposite. Thomas, the setter, of course. Hancock and Poindexter, the middles. The adjustments will have to come from something other than just lineup changes. And the same lineup as well for Milwaukee. Adam Martell, number 12 at the opposite, has really increased the level of this Dive team. Setter Ian Zalewski to start us off in set number 4. Kraft explodes through a seaming block. And the immediate firepower of number 88 in black, Will Kraft, current graduate assistant at his alma mater, Carthage, who just won their 2nd straight Division III national championship. Kraft played a few years overseas, including for Lüneburg in A1 Germany. Here's Thomas. Ace serve right on the end line in the seam. And I told you it was only a matter of time until Sunil Thomas got one of those. That is perfect. Can't do it any better than that. With pace and directly in between the two receivers. 2-0 start for Chicago here in the 4th. Could that be another ace serve? Yes, it is. Martel runs out of room as North shanks the pass. Heck of a serve from Sunil Thomas, who has come alive from the line, and exactly the start that Chicago needed here to start set 4. Dive, got to figure out a way to pass this ball, run their offense here in rotation 1. Tyler Wills, the likely outlet on Milwaukee's right side. Good one there, handled well by Bieser. It is Wills, who's dug cross court by Thomas. Slavinsky hits a shot out of the back row, takes the setter out of play. Wills, cross court dug by Thomas again. Shields got to score in these chances, looking for the block touch. And he's not gonna get it. Missed out of bounds. Chicago's still begging for a touch that I don't think they're gonna get. Let's see if we can see on the replay. Ooh, he might have a case there that could have caught a bit of Tyler Range's fingers, but he's certainly not gonna admit it to anybody with no challenge system in effect this weekend. Hancock crushed to the floor in the middle again. Hancock has been terrific for Chicago. Don't have his hitting numbers up in front of me, but clearly Chicago's most efficient attacker when he's been able to get involved. Chicago's hitting efficiency steadily climbing, 225 as a team right now. Martel, beautiful dig by Kraft in position 6. Slavinsky in transition takes the setter out of the play again. Martel tipped into the block, covered by Zalewski, but into the net outside the antenna and out of bounds. It's that high ball scoring ability that Milwaukee is looking for right now and haven't been able to find it early on in the 4th. Good block there and the discipline from Chicago. They lead 5-1, and terrific defense from that man right there, Will Kraft, earlier in that play. Kraft again, keeping the float serve in play. Not a good pass by Bieser, and a free ball at best here for Chicago. Hancock again, connection not quite there in the middle. North has an out-of-system swing. Nice reset. Range in the middle, puts it away, wrist away. That is such a smart play by Chandler North. Saw 2 big blockers up in front of him. Yeah, there it is. A soft roll shot into the block to get it covered back on his side, and Milwaukee able to immediately run their offense. That is high-level outside hitter play at its finest. Range, a standing float serve, again missed out of bounds. Not a good error there for the Milwaukee Dive. Hancock back to serve for Chicago, leading 6-2. Could we be looking at a 5th set here in the first match of the day on ESPN+. Patterson straight to the floor in the middle. Beautiful set by Zalewski. Totally fooled the Chicago middle blocker Poindexter. That sends Adam Martel back to serve. Rotation 3 received for Chicago. All 3 front court hitting options, but that serve not particularly close. Shields with a 4-point advantage, looking to extend. Thomas to the front court, rotation 4 received from Milwaukee. This has been one of their weakest in reception so far. This ball is going out to North all the way. And he hits the smarter shot that time, making the adjustment and going after the smaller blocker, Sunil Thomas. And he puts away a beauty down the line. Such a smart play by Chandler North again. You don't manufacture yourself into a professional caliber player at 3 different positions without an extremely good head on your shoulders and a high volleyball IQ. It's exactly what North has got. Poindexter in the middle, dug nicely by Martel. But North going to be unable to take a swing at it. Free ball opportunity, Chicago. Poindexter again, this time off the block and out of bounds. Nice repeat set there from Sunil Thomas. And an aspect of a lot of setters that some teams will scout against is if they're likely to go immediately back to a hitter after he's been dug in a rally or after he's made an error. And I would say both of these teams have that trait. And an early timeout for Milwaukee, I'm kind of surprised. Despite the scoreboard, the momentum right now pretty balanced, but Milwaukee's going to take their time and talk this over. The crowd starting to form here. All the 19 teams that have played in this tournament are filing into the gym. They want to see what these teams will bring to Championship Sunday. Next matchup, Imiola versus Ruckus, scheduled for 11:30 a.m. Eastern. That'll get pushed back a little bit if this one goes to 5, but those two teams are in the house and starting their very early warm-ups. Out of the timeout, Slavinsky to serve for the Icemen, and a good timeout. Slows him down, forces the service error short. So that'll bring in Patterson, rotation 5 receive here for the Icemen. Poindexter again is blocked by range, and no coverage there, deep in position 6 for Chicago. Really nice handwork there by number 8 in white. Yes, nice and high, beautifully done. Chicago block coverage not ready for that, and Milwaukee right back within 2. Impressive pushback from the dive at 6 serving 8. Kraft tipped through the block of Zalewski. Zalewski will take a swing at it, and the setter somehow dug. Free ball here for Milwaukee. North. Zalewski takes another swing at it, and this time not to be denied. The front court setter taking the offense into his own hands, 2 swings in a row. And it's a 1-point game. What a response. Smart timeout for the Milwaukee Dive, it turns out. From 8-4 to 8-7 in a heartbeat. Patterson again. Shields blocked by Wills and can't be covered. And we are tied. 8 apiece, a 4-0 run for the Milwaukee Dive to respond after the early Icemen run. And that coverage play by Colin Merck has probably got to get made. That was a terrific block move by Tyler Wills. And now a Chicago timeout. Crazy momentum swing in this 4th set. Milwaukee has tied it up at 8 apiece, and now Chicago is the one under pressure. Remember, Milwaukee leads in the match 2-1. Earlier this season, the Milwaukee Dive made their debut at the Central Division Cup tournament in Chicago, part of the VLA Cup tournament series. They got all the way to the semifinals in their debut there. Trying to do one better here at the big one, the VLA Cup. They are 1 set away from the final. Patterson serving, keeping the floater in play out of the timeout. Kraft high off the hands of Zalewski and out of play. Really nice shot that time by Kraft, taking advantage of the slightly undersized setter. Zalewski really physical, but not many people can touch as high as Will Kraft. Chicago retakes a 1-point lead, Poindexter to serve. Beeser handling that one pretty easily. Wills on the left side, sharp cross court, 4-4. What an angle from Tyler Wills. That was a beauty. get a look at that on the replay. Poindexter and left back defense nowhere to be found on that play, but even Kraft in the off blocker spot, position 4, couldn't make that play. Tied up at 9, and Range on the overpass swing puts it away off the block of Thomas, and Milwaukee takes the lead. 10 serving 9, and a lot of nerves are starting to be palpable here in the gym if you're a Chicago Icemen fan. Milwaukee has come to play this morning so level-headed, so mature, despite only playing in their 3rd event as a team. Kraft, oh my goodness. That is just crazy. Talk about dynamic. Number 88 in black is just blasting the ball. That was gorgeous. And now Thomas back to serve. He keyed the early run that got the Icemen their early lead. Can he do it again? Cuts that one short on Bieser, passed off the net. Wills on the right side, dug nicely by Slavinsky. Transition chance here. Kraft again tipped over the top, setter out of the play. Wills chopped down the line, good play there by Merck. Kraft takes advantage in transition. That is textbook volleyball right there from the Chicago Icemen. Good dig from Matt Slavinsky in position 6 to start it off. Then run quick in transition. Yep, beautiful delivery by Thomas. Pulled the middle blocker out of the play. And a no-doubter from Kraft gives Chicago back the lead. Thomas rips in a serve off the chest of Bieser. That may have been going out of bounds, but nobody getting out of the way of that fast enough. That had some heat on it. Wow, what a bomb. I wish we had the speed gun here in the house to see if that got up to 70 miles an hour. 12 serving 10. Important run here for Chicago in this rotation. But it ends on the service error there, and now it's Wills' turn for dive to strike back. Rotation 1 received for the Icemen. May have been going out of bounds, passed by Slavinsky, but right on top of the net. And the tap down from Adam Martell gives dive back the tie. $12 apiece. Tyler Wills dials up the service pressure, and a beautiful response from Milwaukee. Chicago got to figure out a way to pass this ball. Oh, what a set by Thomas. Pulled the middle blocker completely out of the play again. And Shields with the hammer off the block and out of bounds. Griffin Shields has really gained some confidence. It's so much fun to watch Sunil Thomas set, man. Just an artist with the ball in his hands. Here's Kraft with a narrow 1-point lead. Not anymore. That serve missed short. 18 service errors for the Chicago Icemen through 3.5 sets. That's a little too many. Slavinsky, oh my goodness. What a blast down the line, right in the chest of Zalewski, who was in the right spot, but that was just crazy. Look at that swing. We've seen mostly angle so far from both Slavinsky and Kraft. Maybe the dive block moved to the inside. Slavinsky said, thank you very much. That one's going on the highlight reel. 1-point Chicago lead. North chopped down the line, missed it out of bounds. No touch there off the block of Shields. And we've reached the technical timeout in set number 4. 15-13, the Chicago lead. Crucial break point right there on the attacking error. And we'll be right back in 60 seconds after this break. Stick around on ESPN+. That right there is what these teams are fighting for today, the 2022 VLA Cup Trophy. 4 teams vying for it. This is the first of 2 semifinals between the Chicago Icemen and the Milwaukee Dive. Milwaukee leads the match 2-1, but Chicago clinging to an narrow 2-point lead in the 4th, trying to force a tiebreaker. This match has delivered so far in this historic men's volleyball broadcast on ESPN Plus, and we are only just getting started. Dave Hancock for Chicago serving out of the timeout. Patterson off the block of Poindexter, now to play. Really good set there from Zalewski over his shoulder, and Patterson was ready and waiting. Poindexter just a fraction too late to stop that one. 1-point game once again, Martel serving, the opposite number 12 in white. Good serve short, working on Kraft. Slavinsky again wins the joust against Zalewski. Free ball sent over here smartly by Wills. Out of system swing, Slavinsky somehow kept alive by North. And that was pretty much an impossible task for Chandler North to get up and take a swing at that. He puts it into the net. And a pretty crazy rally goes the way of the Icemen, 16-14 Chicago lead. (16-14). Griffin Shields at the line. Any break points worth of insurance are enormous. But Shields has done that a few times too many this match. North now for his Milwaukee Dive team. Played for the Chicago Icemen just last year. Slavinsky again. Straight over the top of the block and right on the end line. It is just impossible to defend against that. Watch this. Look at where this goes in relation to the block. It's straight over Zalewski. And in the court, there's no defense in the world that can stop that. 2-point Chicago lead again. Slavinsky back to the line. Tough pass by Bieser. Free ball here for Chicago. Kraft slowed down nicely by Zalewski, dug by North. Wills kept alive. Kraft can have a swing at this. Covered by Merck, somehow off the block. But now a free ball for Milwaukee. Zalewski to Wills again, through the block of Poindexter and down. Chances in that rally for both teams to score, but it's Milwaukee who gets back within 1. Anybody's game here in the 4th. Milwaukee trying to close this out in 4. Shields out of the back row. Great block touch from Wills. Good opportunity here. Wills for the tie. High off the hand to Poindexter. And a home run would have been over any baseball fence you know. Blasted high hands by Wills. Beautiful smart swing, and we are tied at 17. That is all Tyler Wills. All started with the block touch. Kraft dug by North again. Wills chopped down the line in transition, kept alive by Shields. Chicago gotta have a swing at this. Another dig by North. Wills again puts it away on the left side. Chicago cannot buy a kill in this rotation right now. Such good defense from Milwaukee. And Tyler Wills, the engine of this Milwaukee offense, is putting the team on his back right now in the 4th when it matters the most. Dive retakes the lead, 18-17. Kraft again, dug by Martel. Wills tipped over the top. Pipe attack to Slavinsky, but he's over the 3-meter line. And Milwaukee takes a 2-point lead. Unbelievable. Milwaukee from 15-13 down is on a 6-2 run, and now Mike Nicolau, number 12 in black, in at the outside hitter for Chicago in place of Kraft. Poindexter dug by North again. The Milwaukee defense coming alive. Cross court put away by Wills again. The run continues, a 7-2 string. Timeout Chicago, they are on the ropes. This rotation has been a nightmare for the Icemen. Credit to Wyatt Patterson serving and Chandler North in defense. Milwaukee is 5 points away from the semifinals, or from the finals, from a semifinal victory. And wouldn't it be full circle for them? Chandler North and Tyler Wills won a championship for the Chicago Icemen just last year. They were driving from Wisconsin 2.5 hours to go to practice. It all came together in Orlando for last year's Icemen team. But with the hotbed of talent in Milwaukee, Chandler and Tyler put together a team of their own. And look at these last couple points in this rotation. It's been all Tyler Wills. All started from incredible defense. And the great Loy Ball looking on in this great event that he's put on in his gym as we're out of the timeout here. 3-point Milwaukee lead. Nicolau's first swing is a cross-court put away, and Chicago is finally out of that rotation. And now it gets really interesting. Lewis Richard in as a service substitute. Number 7 in black for the Icemen, 18-20. Nicolau's going to stay in the front court. Rotation 6 receive for Milwaukee. Every ball here is going to Wills. Inside set, fools the block, and he puts it away deep cross court. What a smart time to run that inside ball. The Icemen block was not ready for that at all, and a wide open cross court lane available for Tyler Wills. Really nice creative offense and the timing there, even though that serve missed out of bounds by Zalewski. 2-point game. Chicago desperately needs 2 break points, and they could come on the serve of Sunil Thomas right here. The intensity really getting going in this gym. Thomas keeping that ball in play. Wills able to get this ball on the right side. Good block touch. Transition chance. Shields straight down on the right side. And it's a 1-point game. Such a good block touch right there. Mike Nicolau and Dave Hancock set this up as essentially a free ball and a 1-on-1 for Griffin Shields, denting Loy Ball's gym floor. Thomas again, 1-point game. Chicago's got to have a break point to make this comeback. Good serve, even better pass by North. Range in the middle, crossbody over the tape and to the floor. What a clutch first ball side out right there. And the first time Milwaukee's used any option other than Tyler Wills in rotation 1. Now they can put the nail in the coffin. All the pressure on Chicago. Wills serving. Rotation 1 receive. Good pass by Slavinsky. Shields detonates on the left side. Crucial, crucial swing there for Chicago's chances in this tournament. And now Mike Nicolau back to serve for the first time. The outside hitter out of Erskine. Just got back from a professional season in Sweden. He is ready to go. Can he put this serve in play? Yes, he can. North blocked by Hancock and covered. Oh, and North somehow able to put that away cross court. 2 defenders there for Chicago. Neither of them could make the play. And Milwaukee gets away with one there. Service substitute inserted, Matt Awesome, number 6 in white. Milwaukee is 2 points away. It's 23-21. Rotation 2 received for the Icemen. Good pass by Merck. Shields again, cannot be stopped right now, and another one-on-one generated by Sunil Thomas. 22-23. The intensity is just insane. Dave Hancock and his Chicago Icemen needing a point on serve. Can Milwaukee side out twice and win this match? North off the block of Shields and out of bounds. And a primal scream from Chandler North. He knew it right away that he got the deflection that he wanted. And it's match point, Milwaukee dive, 24-22. Rotation 3 receive for Chicago. Adam Martell for the match. Perfect pass from Mikolau. Shields again, touched by Zalewski on its way out of bounds. And now one final service substitution. Icemen founder, captain, and manager Tim Faulkner in to serve and play some defense for Griffin Shields. Timeout Milwaukee. This point could define the tournament right here. Tim Faulkner is going to come in to serve. Milwaukee will be receiving in rotation 4. Tyler Wills is in the back court right now. This ball will almost definitely go to Chandler North.
So he's on the board as head of competition.
Can Chicago grab this point on serve out of the timeout to send us into overtime, or is Milwaukee going to the finals? Faulkner on serve will decide. Luke Turner in for Adam Martell in the backcourt as a defensive substitution. Match point Milwaukee in reception. Faulkner to serve. North, Zalewski. North for the match, dug by Faulkner. Slavinsky sends it over. Patterson! Milwaukee's going to the finals. Wyatt Patterson dents the floorboards on the 31. And the Milwaukee dive with a program-defining win over the Chicago Icemen in the VLA Cup semifinals. They will play for the trophy this afternoon. Unbelievable. What a performance from Milwaukee. Can't say enough about how well this team is organized and structured, and to have come into existence just a couple months ago and to play for this championship. Incredible achievement for Chandler North in this squad. The Chicago Icemen's run in the tournament ends in the semifinals. So, some late highlights. What a performance from Milwaukee. We will be back at 11:30 with Ruckus versus Emiola. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
One, two, three, go!